Hello internet friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lindsay if you're new here. Hey, what up? Happy to have you. So today I'm going to be talking about the worst part about being an INTJ. Now I know we all deal with things regarding our personality types and whatever personality type you have. We all have things that we deal with, right? But I really try to narrow in on the most specific thing related to being an INTJ that I think would be most unrelatable to other types. So that's why we are talking about this one. Here we go. All right, so 3 days from now, I have to climb a ladder. Now, in this case, a ladder is going to represent having to do something in the sensory. Now, that could be something that is new or something that's maybe challenging in some way. We're going to call it the ladder. The way that my INTJ brain works is through zoning in on the best possible way that this ladder could be ascended. The ladder has now become the thing. I am focused fully on the thing. Now, the pieces of this fall into place pretty easily regarding how my mind needs to develop how I get from A to B. And so I will relatively easily see the best way to learn the things that I need to know, how to plan for any potential obstacles that could cause something to go wrong, and in general, the best way to execute this ladder climbing operation. The NI and TE functions want to avoid sensory chaos, which is our last function. SC is our last function, at all possible costs. So what do? We over prepare. And this is where that archetype of the INTJ, like the mastermind, planning the thing down the road, this is where that archetype comes from. And I dislike how it's characterized in this like weird, like evil villain way in, media or whatever. But this is kind of the core of how that is translated. We mentally work out every kink and we prepare select things in the real world to position us for the best success in that thing, in that direction. And we continue to just marinate on the thing and really practice it and rehearse it through this mental simulation. So what's the result? Well, it's usually a pretty excellent execution of the thing, whatever it is. It's well crafted, it's complete, it's well thought out, and there usually aren't any hangups that come out that result from something that we haven't already thought about before. I have been told by people on many occasions that I just seem so calm and confident in these moments of intense pressure. And people say that they usually feel safer or more confident with me when they're on my side in these circumstances just because of the energy that I carry going into them and going through them. All right, so you're probably wondering, okay, Lindsay, where's the problem in this? Okay, I thought this was a video about the worst thing about being an INTJ. I'm getting there, okay? This confidence is a result of avoiding basically all human normalcy for a period of time. And in some very imbalanced circumstances, it may actually just ruin our lives in order to achieve this result in some respect. And this is not an exaggeration, and this is why this aspect of being an INTJ is the worst thing on a few levels. So the bizarre level of adhesion to my personal process in order to achieve some sort of crafted result in the past has been borderline psychotic. We're talking tunnel vision here like you have never probably experienced before or really have seen before, in the fact that I could be thinking about something that's going to be happening in a few days, right? Okay, so like weeks and weeks before the process is beginning, right? I'm starting to kind of really put together the roadmap. But as we get closer to the event, it'll be like 3 days before, and someone could be like, hey, can you go like meet me outside for a few minutes? And I'm like, I can't, I'm doing this thing as a part of my process. I don't say this, but I'd be like, I'm doing this thing as a part of my process so that I can't go out and do that thing right now because I'm too in this world in order to separate myself to go and do this really simple, basic human thing. It's like the ability to pull yourself away and go into reality because you are in the process that achieves you the result feels basically impossible. But currently where I am in life, I have been able to, through practice, separate myself from being this level of intense with everything that I do, because simply it wasn't sustainable for myself, it wasn't sustainable for my relationships, and it wasn't sustainable for some of the things that I truly valued in life, because I was so anti-tunnel focused on how I get the thing to work. But the thing is let's say I was that tunnel vision and the thing didn't work. It wasn't successful. It didn't produce the result I wanted the exact way that I wanted to. I probably wouldn't do it. But the addiction is in the fact that it does work for my cognitive programming. And so why would you not want to do the thing that worked? What I had to come to terms with was the level of intensity and consistency within my personal process that really voided me of taking in basic human necessities and basic human interactions, and was overall lowering my quality of life because of being so driven in that direction. There is a cost to every action we take or do not take in life. And there is value in the balance. There is value in the balance of being able to break your streamlined process and go for a walk, get some fresh air, meet a friend for coffee. Basic human things. There is a value in being able to break that mentality and have a more balanced mindset and quality of life. Here is where it comes full circle all over again. The big picture of what your life is down the road, that sort of behavior that I was talking about earlier is not sustainable to achieve your big picture for your life as a whole as you want to see it. That now becomes, the whole life now becomes the goal at the end, and the only way to achieve that is through balance of your cognitive functions, getting out of the NT hole and getting some S and F in your life, balancing the two sides. The healthy balance of the function contributes to your ultimate big picture in life. One of the things I struggled with the most, and still do to be honest, is why do things feel so uncomfortable that other people act as being so normal? Like these very normal things that people just do, and I just feel so uncomfortable having to do them. They just, it just, anything that's away from that goal, like that one thing, right? Achieving more balance comes first from being okay with being less comfortable. So that's how it is. Let's talk. Let me know how you're doing. I'll see you in the comments. I'll see you next time in my next video. Subscribe, whatever. Bye.